money that is, could this be, I mean, which is it? Is it Raquel hasn't been seen and won't leave the house and only filmed one scene with Tom? Or is it like, listen, I handled Stassi Schroeder's crisis and I'm going to handle yours. Now, here's how this is going to work. You're going to get into the house. I don't give a fuck if you want to be seen by the paparazzi. You stay in that house. You ordering your food. You do this. You don't come out until the reunion. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. You don't talk to this one. You don't. Could it be there's a team in place of like, our narrative is that like, no, I think there could be a team behind this of like, they want you back. They want you back and you're not sure you're going to film, girl. You're getting your I told you, I know for a fact they all got crap this season in terms of money. I know that from very reliable sources.
All of them. For Vanderpump Rules, all of them.
I know this.
Except for who, Lisa?
Could it be a fact? Okay, maybe I don't know it 100%. Do I know it from really reliable sources? I heard everyone took a pay cut and it was like, your show sucks. The ratings are down. You have one season to pull it together and you don't want your pay cut. Yes, Lisa got plenty of money. That's the only person that did. And of course, like a Lala or a Tom Sandoval gets more than Raquel. Everyone gets a different amount, but all of them, I have heard, took pay cuts. And so do I think that Raquel is coming back next season? Yes. Do I think Raquel is that they would do anything to have her back? Yes. Do I think Raquel is getting a huge pay increase? Yeah, I do. I think they all are now, but I think Raquel specifically is, and I think this could be a like, here is the strategy. And look, the rumor is that her and Tom, that she's, I don't want to go to the reunion. Well, okay. Hi, Raquel, first of all, this is Raquel's new team. Do never speak to our client again. Bravo. Okay, well, we're just making the finalizations for the reunion. What time will Miss Leviss? We're going to send the Raquel doesn't know if she wants to come to the reunion. Excuse us? She has a contract. She has to be there. Has to be there, or what? Or we'll fire her. Okay, you can fire her. I have to go. Bye. Click. Ring, ring. Hello, this is Raquel's representation. Hi, it's Bravo again. Wait. You hung up on us. Well, you just said Raquel's fired. She's not going to come to the reunion. You said she has a contract. If she doesn't show up, or you're going to fire her. So you just fired her. I got to go tell her. Wait, please don't tell her. Well, I don't understand. She's not coming and she has a contract and you said she's violating it. Adrienne Maloof was fired. This one was fired. So aren't you going to fire her? Well, maybe we won't fire her. Okay, well, don't fire her. She's not coming to the reunion. Oh, wait a second. Was there anything we can do to get her to the reunion? Well, what do you mean? Well, how are we going to get her there? I don't know. You tell me.
Write a check.
I'm her agent and I'm getting 20% of this. So wait, you offered her $10,000 to show up at the reunion. I'm going to get $2,000. Honey, my phone call is worth more than $2,000. Call me when you have a real offer. Click. Rumor is they're trying to get money for the reunion. I don't know. You know how this town works, girl? I think Tom is getting some money to go to the reunion and she's probably getting money. And that's just me. I think this whole, I don't want to film, and look, she might be wounded and broken. And that's what we don't know. Look, that is the other argument, that this is too much for her. And I don't see it. That's where it's like, look, I think two things get to be true, Sarah. I think she does have the emotional, there's a lot going on there, like the therapist said, and please bear with her. There's a lot. It's not she's fucked up. I agree with that. And I also think that I don't think she's walking away from this show, girl. I think she is like, I am a reality star and I am wanted this and I am here. Spencer Pratt, call me, girl.
Thank you. Well, she's arrived. I mean, everybody, look, I mean, you and I talk about this. Everyone, here we are weeks later. This story is everywhere. Every blogger, New York Post still covering it daily. I mean, people are our Peter Madrigal interview, going viral. So a lot of people are super interested in this. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. It's very hard to figure out all of it. But, I know we only have like a little bit of time left, but what is your take on the mean girl? Like you do kind of seem like you think that they are real mean girls. Lala, Katie.
I mean, look, I love Lala in real life. She's been on the show twice. She's my girl. I just think, I think if we were watching this without this context, we would hate her. Look, Kim is really team Raquel, and Kim doesn't like it. She doesn't like any. She doesn't like, on the last Patreon, she said that she's going to call Drita from Mob Wives. She's like, Sheena's talking tough and Lala's tough and cages. She's like, I'm going to call Drita and then I'll show them what tough is. So Kim kind of takes it to a different level, guys, on the Patreon. But
God, yes, please.
I mean, if we're calling him Drita, but
yeah, please. I don't need a mob wife on my door. No, thank you. No,
I mean,
thank
look, I see it both ways. Like, look, it's not the same as being best friends, really good friends with someone like Ariana and just leading them to the cliff. It's not the same, but people are referencing, Sheena, come on now, girl. What you were with Eddie Cibrian. Okay, Sheena was single. She wasn't friends with Brandy, but it's not a clean record. We have Lala and Randall, and maybe he was, married. He was getting out of the relationship with Amber. So it's definitely not the same. But when people just are like, look, I mean, that's the other thing in that scene where she's like, Randall, and she's like, well, Lala, and she's like, what are you trying to say? And she's like, well, you were the mistress. He was married. Oh my God. Did I say that? Like, I'm obsessed with her. I cannot figure out if she's just innocent and dumb or a fucking genius, but it's a little bit of Mean Girls, right? It's a little bit of it and this and that. And I mean, don't even get me started on Katie. Ugh, I'm not a Katie fan.
You're not.
No.
Well, I mean, I have heard the criticism, and I get it both ways, but I've heard the criticism, like, why is Lala so fixated on here we go, right? It's kind of the Giselle Robin thing. Everyone's coming for Lala saying, what, talk about your own fucking disaster of a marriage with Emmett, and with Randall, with everything that's going on with Randall. Now, I get Lala's point of view. She's like, I'd love to, but it's still a legal situation. I can't. And, I mean, from what you see about Randall, I'm sure she has to be very delicate with it. So I understand that. But at the same time, I get it. It's like, it's so hard when you see her like lobby, when you see Lala kind of coming after other people and you're like, Lala, seems like you got a lot, you shouldn't be throwing stones if we're living in a glass house, I mean. And
it's like you said, there's two things and then we'll wrap up. And next time we have so much non-scandal stuff to talk about. Speaking of Robin, oh my God.
Oh my God. I know this one. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this.
We have to dive into that. But it's like you again, like, why is nobody that's doing all these podcasts? There's the cameras. There's that is a third element in this. Like, you have, forget about the show and this, and yes, they're being Mean Girls, but now you have Lala, like, just outraged and send it to Daryl, and you have Sheena being like, whatever, I'm coming, and Kate, like you said this to me off air. Could they be, or could just forget about Bravo telling you to do it? Could they be like, holy shit, we went from the best show ever to the worst show ever to the show that was going to be canceled because we had 2 horrible seasons to a season that was okay, like you say, to like, we know what to do and we better fucking earn our bag. So I mean, you have all-stars, Lala, Katie, Sheena, we have all-stars. So do they just know how this works from seasons 1 through 7? And yeah, Lala came in season 3, whatever the hell it was. Do you know what I mean? Like, are they now milking this? And that's okay, because we're all here for it. I mean, again, you're not like beefing with your neighbor down the street. There's money tied to it. You're fueling the sauce, right?
Yeah.
So the Mean Girl stuff, it's Mean Girl, but, is Bravo. I don't think Bravo's like, yeah, go out and do this, but I think they're all doing it of like, look, what a built-in cast. When Lala's tired with Daryl, she has Katie stirring the pot. Then Sheena, now you have Kristen Doty stirring. It's like the perfect storm of like, what you're doing. So is that Mean Girls? Yeah, a little bit, but also is there like, business aspect to it, that third element? Yeah, girl.
All right, we got a lot to cover now. I now you got my mind, like, I have a million questions for you about this whole Lon Dixon firing.
Oh God, we have to talk about that next time. And by the way, I'm so sorry for loss of the 1,000-pounder. It will get better. It will get better.
If it were honest to God, like anybody else, like I don't even like anyone else, I would care. I would not care at all. Like, except for the Sister Wives people. I also really want to interview them because I don't think anyone's done one person's done a really in-depth interview with them. But she was like, I was literally planning a road trip there in the fall with like, well, I don't know that you care, but like another reality star fan, and like going to KY and talking to
Honey,
her about her, but no one cared. Now she hates me. I don't know.
I have said Lisa Rinna is one of the best. Like she's it for me. So I mean, I'm not thrilled. I'm not thrilled. I went to the 90s con this past weekend. Listen, there might be a thing with Melrose Place in the future. Listen, I'm not walking away from Rinna. Like I'm not happy either. It's just you'll get over it. Trust me. The more you get blocked by these people, it just it's like being dumped. You get used
so
to it.
used to it.
Yes.
You're like, oh, please, there's another one.
I was
one.
upset about Rinna, but then like an hour later, I'm like, Jesus Christ, now I have another fucking problem with someone else. Really. So I'm sorry for your loss with the 1,000-pounder. All right, next we have to do Juan next time.
He's gonna block us next. All right,
Robin, don't listen to our next episode. Robin Dixon or Giselle.